let's solve my first LeetCode question together. Alright, so what's the question over here? You are given a string S. Your task is to remove all digits by doing this operation repeatedly. Delete the first digit and the closest non-digit character to its left. So if you find a digit, a number, you delete it and then you also delete a character that's on its left. So for example, if the input S is ABC, the output will be ABC. There are no digits in the string, so there is nothing to delete. Otherwise, if the input S is CB34, the output will be none because we first apply the operation on S2 on the number 4 over here and it becomes we applied the operation on number 3 and we remove 3 and B because this is the left character on it. So we'll remain with C and 4. And then when we remove the 4, we also remove the left character which is C. So it will be remaining with an empty string. Okay. So S consists only of lower English letters and digits. The input is generated such that it is possible to delete all digits. So these are the constraints. Now, we are given a string. We want to perform some operations. So we want to go letter by letter, each character in a string, and then we want to delete if it's a digit. Okay. Once we delete a digit, we also want to remove the character that's on the left side of it. So once we do that, we want to continue with the string. Now, a string in Python is mutable, it's immutable, and we can't perform so much operations on a string. But what we can do is that we can turn this string into a list. So I turn this to a list. So this will be like if we'll be having A, B, C, this will become A, B, and C. So it will turn into a string. And if you'll be having a number over here, 4, so you'll be having 4 over here, right? So if we remove this, we are going to remove this as well. Now once we have the list, we want to traverse over the list one element at a time. So I'll be having I equal to 0, and because we want the full control over the I, we'll be using while loop instead of for loop, and we'll see shortly the reason why. So I'll say while I is less than the length of S. So while I is less than the length of the S, we will traverse the list now. S. So we want to remove the element one. So we want to remove the digit. So if Si is digit, so if it's a digit, so if Si is a digit, then we want to pop it out. So I will say s.pop. We'll be using the pop method. This will basically remove the element. Now once we have removed this element, we also want to remove the previous element, the element to the left of it. So I'll say s pop I minus 1. So I'll first pop the last element and then I'll pop the current element. And this is because
A few moments later.
actually we would want to pop the current element, because if it pop the previous element, then the current element will change the. So if we have this one, right? Let me let's give them like zero. This one is zero. This one is one. This one is two, and this one is three. So we have this elements over here. 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. And if we pop this element, the third one, this wouldn't change its position. This will still be the second element. But if you pop this one out, the second one out, this will become the second one. Okay. So I want to pop the current one and then I want to pop this one. Now once I pop this one out, so let's make this bigger. We can say, let's say we have E over here, and this will be element number 4. So I don't have to, now once we have this, what we want to do is we want to control I over here now, because if you pop this, the third one, and the second one, we don't have to go back to 0, because these two elements we've already checked them. We only want to check starting from the fourth one. But now if you remove these 2 and 3, this will become 2. Okay, so this will become 2. So I would be I minus 1. So we're going to this. We are basically starting from 2 again, because we remove the 2 and the third, and this will become the second one. As if it's not a digit, then we basically want to move forward with I. So I'll say I plus 1. Now once we have popped the elements that we want, we want to return a string again. So I would say return. I will need to, so this one is a string. Sorry, this one is a list. So we want to make it into a, so I would say a string dot join and s. So basically return this. Or we can have s equals to this and then return s. So this solution looks pretty good. Let me remove the first line, or let me just put it as a comment over here for reference. And what else do we need to do? I think one of the important kind of edge case scenario we can look at, and maybe it wouldn't be like, because in the constant that say it is possible to delete all digits. So I don't know if it will be a really edge case scenario, but if you want to look at it this way, then we can put a check over here if I is greater than the 0. So this is, we are not looking at the first element. So if this is a digit, we don't have any previous kind of element behind it. So we can't remove, we can't do s dot pop, right? And then over here as well, if we remove it, so if we remove the second one, then you want to change this to 2. But if you only remove this, so if this was a number, right, this was a number over here, and we only remove this element, the 0th element, we don't have any digit over here, and it doesn't make sense to make I minus 1. We just need to do else I equals to I. So we remove this one, and this one becomes the 0th element. So we don't change the I. We don't change the I. So yeah. So this looks perfect. We have covered the edge case over here. So we first convert it to a list. We iterate over the list. We check if it's a digit, then we pop it out, and then we do the necessary changes. So this looks good. Let me run it. Yes, both cases have passed. This is exciting. And let me submit this. Getting, wow, we did it. We did it. If you enjoyed solving this link code problem with me, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share with your friends. And until next time, see ya.